Yo, what is up folks? TG here with Tronless Tron in Timeless. There's a big ramp deck trying to do Tron things, but without the actual Tron lands and cards to kind of back it up. So we've got some other things to kind of enable that. The top end, which is kind of the most exciting bit that we'll start off with, we've got Ulamog the Defiler, we've got Ulamog the Hunger. We've got World Breaker up here and Devour of Destiny, which also helps to like smooth our draws. The plan is to like cast them a big Eldrazi and win the game that way. We also have Ugin the Ineffable. This is a 6-mana version of Ugin. You could play the 8-mana one, and it is pretty good, and I probably place them on the sideboard. But here, this is more of a bridging card. We've got some early ramp cards that we want to kind of like load in towards to get the even more cost reduction with Ugin. You then be able to cast these 10-mana Eldrazi cards. And so normally you can go like Ugin's Labyrinth gives you 2 mana on turn 1. Play one of these 2-mana mana rocks. You can then bridge with either Warm Power Stone and the One Ring on turn 2, and then kind of get to 10 one or the other. Here are the big payoffs. One Ring kind of does everything. It shores up the kind of the mid-range versus the aggro decks, where you are not going to take a bunch of damage for a turn. Versus control decks, it obviously a bunch of card advantage and lets you kind of like just draw into more threats, which is obviously incredible. And then also, okay, like even versus the aggro decks, you can kind of chain these together. And then kind of the rest of the deck's built around kind of smoothing that out and ramping us. I talked a little about Ugin's Labyrinth before. This is like a huge addition to the deck with Modern Horizons 3. You can play it in exile and Eldrazi, well, colorless card, but in our case an Eldrazi card, with convert mana cost 7 or greater, so any of these big things, including the World Breaker, it is colorless. And then it taps 2 mana. I recorded like a more like Eldrazi like mid-range version of this deck a while ago and was playing Chalice. We're not doing that here, but what we are doing on turn 1 is using this to go into some ramp artifacts. So Mind Stone here, Solar Transformer, kind of like the talismans that you see in the modern deck, kind of helping us like immediately get a bunch of mana into play. We then also have Warm Power Stone, and like these cards are they're a little vulnerable, but the payoff for like being able to untap with Warm Power Stone and have access to 8 mana, 7 mana is really, really big, and you can do this as early as turn 2 here if you end up with the Labyrinth in play, and then you're untapping with a ton of mana. That'll get you to Ugin or World Breaker or Devourer, and then from there it's pretty easy to get to the big things with Ulamog and Ulamog. One of the cool things about playing this deck, in Timeless in particular, is that we get access to Once Upon a Time. Kind of smooth our hands out. Between this and Devour of Destiny, Devourer, beginning of your upkeep, if you reel it in your opening hand, you can look at the top 4 and exile some cards and put one on the top. That can help you find the Labyrinth, that can help you find your first like big ramp piece. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Once does a very similar effect, but we also get to play this one copy of Channel in Timeless. Only one, it is restricted, but green, to the end of the turn, any time you can activate a mana ability, you can pay 1 life. If you do, add colorless, lets you immediately go into Ulamog, Devourer, Ugin, the One Ring, all these things, just incredible things to be doing early in the game. And yeah, we can turn to Ulamog, exile opponent's lands, and pretty much GG. Lastly, just rounding things out, we have 2 copies of Cold Command, a bunch of utility. You get to choose 2 modes. Target player creates X01 colorless Eldrazi spawn tokens. Target player scries X, then draws a card. Exile target creature, mana value X or less, or exile up to X cards from graveyards. And these modes can be pretty relevant in the Timeless format, especially the graveyard one at the moment, with a bunch of like Phoenix and Reanimate decks. And hey, the mode to make a bunch of spawns even gives you a bunch of ramp stuff, and it's always nice to be able to look for your next payoff cards. So, Cold Command here, we're just playing 2 copies, but kind of rounding things in. The mana base, we have the 4 copies of Ugin's Labyrinth, obviously the best land in the deck. We want this on turn 1 as much as possible. We then have 2 copies of Castle Garenbrig. It can be a little bit awkward. It does offer you some like mana reduction. It's effectively like a ramp spell in itself, getting you from 5 lands to 6 mana, or less than that if you have a way to activate the ability with artifacts. But not making colorless mana itself makes it a little bit harder to use it for Devourer, which can come up, and it has come up for me in testing. We then alongside those got 9 forests. Presagi, because we have to. One to consider, which makes it a bit cheaper to activate the Garenbrig, and then it also makes it cheaper to activate Bonder's Enclave. We're playing 1 copy of here as well. 3 tap, draw a card. Activate only if you've got a creature powerful or greater in play. But some nice card advantage, and then finally 3 copies of Cavern of Souls. Make the Eldrazi uncounterable. Just great versus the control decks in the format. You do not want to get your Ulamog mana drained. You do not want that to happen. That would be bad. And so yeah, we're going to take this into some Timeless Ranked, see how it goes. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. I'm actually also streaming this over on Twitch, if you fancy checking that out, at twitch.tv/TrevTCG. And yeah, let's get into some matches. Alright, first match with the Tron deck. We do have Devourer plus Union's Labyrinth into a turn 1 mana rock, so we're absolutely going to keep this. We get to use the Devour ability before we exile it to the Labyrinth as well. We'll go ahead and submit this as a pre-game action. Of these, we really want to find something to do. I'm maybe just going to take this Devourer because it's an Eldrazi card. We could also consider taking the Turn Timber Symbiosis, but this is harder to cast. We're playing it, but it is a little awkward to get the triple green. So I think I'm going to leave this on top. Put the other things on the bottom. Alright. We then have Ugin's Labyrinth. We've already revealed the Devourer. 1-2 combo. And then we'll make a Mind Stone here. We're now going to have access to 1, 2, 3, 4 mana on turn 2. Okay, it looks like we've got Titanfield. Fair play. This could be a little awkward. We'll name Eldrazi with this. We're going to go Mind Stone into the 1 Power Stone. And see how things go. We might get into a spot of trouble here, depending on how fast I can make a Primeval Titan. We can devour away the Grazer, but we're not going to kill them very quickly. Once we find some other tools. Ooh, Artdriz Charm there is really nice as well. But at least they're not using it to find a land. It could be worse. I'm going to say go here. We're just going to make a bunch of Eldrazi spawns on end step. We can make 4. And also either exile the... we can make 4 and scry the draw card. That seems pretty good. We've got Cavern. They've got only 4 mana though right now. They can... Oh, I was going to say that actually they can natural order, can't they? Way too soon. Okay. They're 4 land names right now. Oh, they're going to go Titan. Oh, that's even worse. Alright. I want to scry draw and make tokens. X equals 4. Me. Hey. I don't even keep any of these. We could keep the Castle Garenbury? No, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna place it on the bottom. Okay. They're gonna make some creatures. Let's untap here. We can Garenbury in like a weird way. We can do this. The exile the Titan. We're in a bit of an awkward spot. I'm not going to sacrifice spawns to do this. Just say go. Fortunately, the Barrier of Exile of Destiny does exile. Stirring Wildwood. Shifting Woodland has been like a huge addition to these Titanfield decks, and if we go into the graveyard, being able to like copy it and start attacking with it would be annoying. Yeah, they need Delirium still, but like, hey, they're very close. Alright, land number 5. It's our turn. Okay, we hit Ulamog. Oh, we actually can't cast this. That's pretty unfortunate. How close are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, because we can't actually activate that. Okay, so we can be able to do this next turn. Okay. We go ahead and tap with the Devourer. We're going to be in a bit of an awkward spot. Oh, they have a Sagey? Oh. You're doing it in combat. Oh, that sucks. We have to basically return this then. Which is like fine. We do kind of get got here. The trick being that if they did that in like a main phase, then we'd be able to activate this and make it Ulamog. There's some nice timing on their part. Well played. Yeah, we can get to 9 mana here, but not 10 for Ulamog. So I think we're best off. They kind of missed a land. I'm going to play this and try and Ulamog next time. Alright, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get us to the Ulamog mana. Nice, they get to use the Surveil land here off the fetch, try and find the next land drop. Or a Titan. And Boreal Grays are definitely in the bin. They have 5 lands in place. They need to find at least one. Well, actually, no. If they have a 6th land which is different, okay, that's second cavern. Second cavern is actually okay for us, in a way. It's not perfect. We probably need to devour before we can actually Ulamog. Kind of annoying. So they're gonna get to. So they need to find one more land before they can find the Field of the Dead. So they're gonna get 2 triggers here, but we can't. If they get to attack with another Primeval Titan, even if we have the Ulamog, they make 3, like a ton more zombies. Effectively. Good our turn. See what we get here. Well, Bastard's not a bad draw. If we do this, we have to sacrifice 1, right? Because so if we do colorless. You can't do both of these. If we cast this, then they have to Primeval Titan attack. Attack with Devourer of Destiny. I'm thinking how many zombies they're gonna get. So they have 2 lands up the battlefield. They get 6 triggers across 3 fields, and they can play a land for turn. 9 triggers. Then they'd have to sacrifice. Assuming we hit a Primeval Titan, they have to sacrifice 6 permanents. The zombie math's a bit difficult. Alright, if they're not doing this, then we definitely cast Ulamog. I was like, if they leave the Primeval Titan into play and can threaten to attack with it, then we want to try and avoid that. We hit a 7, which looks like another Titan. Yeah, we hit another Titan in Industry. What do they actually have then? Oh, they can shifting. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, they do get to shifting woodland. Okay, so the thing about this is that this time, though, depends what lands they find. But they found 1 more Field of the Dead. Interesting. They find another woodland? No, but they got a Westvale Abbey. This card's sweet. I've not seen this in a while. At least it was a sacrifice with your permanents on the other attacks. This is the thing. Cost them 2 permanents to actually target this. And they have to sacrifice 7 permanents when it attacks. And they're not gonna have enough things in theory to check the Ulamog. So because this is no longer shifting wildwood in play, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they just have 7 land names. I was going to say if there's a way for us to do that. But yeah, they can't beat us attacking with Ulamog. I mean, a really good hand there. They had a little bit of a slow of a Titan draw, but they did have an answer for our 1 Power Stone, so that slowed us down a lot. That's kind of the worry here. Okay, this looks solid. We have, again, a Labyrinth hand. And pretty much every hand with an Ugin's Labyrinth in the stack is keepable. Or close to. I think it's going. Get to submit here. Alright, Devourer is going to find Once Upon a Time. The awkward thing is that if we, because we're on the play, we don't draw this before we want to cast a Mind Stone. I'm going to take this World Breaker. That's going to sit on top of our library. We'll... Because we have the World Breaker, we'll find exiling this, I'm just going to play the Transformer out while we don't have mana to use. We know that our first couple of turns are kind of scripted here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. That is a Glasspool Shore, which is a little worrying. I'm like, that's a DFC. Okay, they're playing basic lands. I'm gonna get Belcher. This isn't a Belcher one. This is maybe more like Merfolk. It is, in fact, Merfolk exactly. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. Yeah, so I'm gonna play this on green. It's a pass, and then next time we can World Break here. It's a little slow, like this is turn 4. But on the play. And now we're kind of getting to the danger zone where they might have some stuff. I'd love to draw a Cavern of Souls. But even that's not completely safe. Let's get our Devourer back. And all our lands become islands. Well, some of them. Okay. We have another... Alright. Yeah. Yep. Maybe we need to play, like, find room for, like, 2 Cold Steel Hearts or something. Just have a couple more early mana rocks to play into each other. Okay. These are at least Silver Glad ups. We've seen the Merfolk the Pearl Trident list. We know there's one coming. I was about to say it's a Flooded Strand. It's actually just an island. Of course it is. But, yeah. We're not going to play the Merfolk and the Pearl Trident. I'll be playing some Merfolk in a little bit myself, actually. Let's draw here. We need one more land. That's tough timing with the Harbinger. Alright, they're the Trickster. Okay, that's fair. So we know they've got at least one Lord here. If they've got 2 Lords, they win the game. They can have a land drop here as well. So they can go, like, if they have a Regery or something like that instead of a Master of the Pearl Trident, that also works. There is 1. That puts us to 2. The Master of the Pearl Trident also giving these Island Walk means that we are entirely dead, actually. And they're almost guaranteed to have, like, a Flare of Denial or some kind of counter spell. We'll take a draw step, but hey. Yeah, we didn't even find an untapped line anyway. Alright, fair enough, So we don't currently have a 7-drop to exile, but we do have a Once Upon a Time to try and find one. He's pretty good. We can't, like, once to Devour to get the up for you effects because unfortunately they're both pre-game actions. But yeah. I'm gonna draw before I do this. Yeah, we did find a Devourer. Oh, once here. Your opponent's legs. They just spell pierce this. But I'm kind of fine with that. So currently we're like turn 2 ring. That'll be pretty decent. Tune. Snow Covered Island is interesting as well. They could have another spell pierce. We could also go like a Mindstone. I think we want to try and find some action sooner rather than later. Good game. Uh-oh. Oh. Alright. Okay, Ulamog. We have Devourer. Devourer can help us find a Labyrinth. I'm kind of tempted to keep this because we've got the One Ring in the middle as well. If it doesn't find a Labyrinth, it can certainly help us find a Mana Rock to try and start us going along the chain. If we can get to like One Ring early. We're on the draw. So we will get to see the card off of this and draw it before we... well, we'll get to draw the card off of this immediately. Rather than have to wait with it on top of our library like we would on the play. But we'll see. Oh... We've not talked about Belcher yet. Belcher's pretty good. We probably... Oh, no, that's not what I'm going to do. Alright, well... yeah. Sure. I forget that you don't exile the cards that you want to... You don't pick the cards to exile, you pick the cards to keep on top. You obviously kept the against Labyrinth. Well... I don't think it is possible for us to beat Char Belcher playing this deck anyway. We're a bit too slow. It is possible, but very unlikely. We'll see though. We'll see. We can maybe bring this back. This only hits creatures, right? Yes. Exil's cost from graveyards, but they're going to be playing Belcher and not Oops. So that's to worry about. Yeah, there's not going to be a colored thing to exile with Devourer. Like, if we can get to Ulamog before they can get their stuff online, and then, like, also go. I'm going to probably end of turn, make a token to ramp us like a little bit and draw a card. That at least lets us get to, like, a little further. Maybe we get to Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite. Alright, untap land. Oh, we're just dead. Yeah. Dark Crit, Goblin Shot Belcher. What if they don't have it? Oh, okay, Beseech the Nether also works. Yeah, they're going to be playing 4 copies of Goblin Shot Belcher, which can be dead. Yeah. We're on the draw here. I think we need to mulligan this. We have like Mind Stone into Born Power Stone, but on the draw I think this is a bit too slow. And this hand has a channel in it, so we'll keep it. I'll put a copy of Ugin on the bottom. I play an unassuming Forest and pass. Alright. We want our opponent to do something here. Oh, okay. And they have a line drop. Please do not have a please do not have a Spell Pierce. What do we think? I'd like to exile your land. Oh, it's actually not up to 2 permanents. Well, I guess. We could have gone Ugin into this to have a little bit more life, but I'll do this. No. Auto pay here, and then this costs us 2 life. So at least have some mana. Alright. Yeah, probably should have done Ugin first, then we get the Mind Stone for free. Etc. Name Eldrazi here. Go ahead and attack. I can go to damage. Going. Depending on what they do, I might tap it. Yeah. Next match here. So again, on the draw, I think this is a bit too slow. Or a lot too slow, depending on how you look at it. Okay, we have Once Upon a Time. This is largely looking the same. The one caveat being is if we can like once into Castle Garenbrig. I want to move to 5 here. We once Castle Garenbrig. We're still not really casting anything to like turn. Anything big to like turn 4. Maybe like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we're mulligan again. Alright. I think this. And then we have the Devourer. Because of Once Upon a Time and Devourer, we actually have a pretty good, like, good shot at mulligans and stuff. We can even find a Once Upon a Time if we want to here. I just don't know if we want to exile the log. 3, 2. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep once on top. The one thing you can do with this as well is you can decline it. Okay, backup Devourer feels decent, but actually having a third land would be nice. Just gonna play this as I go. We can't do this till turn 2 anyway. We get some information on whether we want to exile the Wildbreaker or the Devourer. And see how fast they're going to be with the Guardian Souls. Okay, we have a Raptor. They're going to go up to 6 energy. Oh, Ragavan's like the pervert tick, so it means it can actually activate this. They can activate the guide now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We got Angel. It's too late for us to exile this with the command. There's a worry they'll be able to exile this. So now we have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Not quite enough. We can at least hopefully Kozilek's command something away. Make some blockers, etc. Roman, I thought it was like a blood moon. Alright, now they can make another angel, which is also worrying. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might not have any time here. The Angel Ragavan seems kind of sick. Okay, I will. I like the Ragavan Angel. Right, they have 1 Power Stone. Nice. Okay, we have Wandering, which is actually pretty good. Eldrazi here. The other option, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can make 4 tokens and exile something. A bit tough. We have 2 flyers. We exile this, then you get hit by 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 we block. We take 2 on the ground if they have any damage. Yeah, I think we need to do this. Alright, let's see if we can hit a mana rock here. Okay, we did. It's big. Obviously, this is going to start doing damage to us, but we can't afford to like sit here and try and be like, oh, we'll just draw another ring straight away. And we've got a better chance of chaining them if we draw now. So now we definitely have 7 mana for next turn. We'll still have the Kozilek's command around. See how things go. The other warriors, they hit an Amulet. Amulet's very, very good, and the damage from casting exile cards will kill you very quickly. Then you get to cast the discharge, and then just you're paying 1 to get 3 energy. I didn't realize I'm just walking out of frame here. Another Osselt's Pride. If only we had like an Auror's Dust. Yeah, when are we getting Auror's Dust on Arena? That would be cool. I'd love an Auror's Dust effect. Yeah, we're all kinds of dead. We are cooketed. Alright. Yeah, I'll play 1. What do we think? Again, it's a little bit slow. We get to final land here. Castle Grandbird can serve us pretty well. Our opponent's been on the draw like a lot today, I feel like. Alright, this time I'm gonna keep 6. I'm gonna bomb one of these. We'll submit our pre-game action. gonna take the ring. It's gonna be a bit of a slow one, I think. Partner's led with Mistrix Entry though, so we might be settling in for a long game. I'm gonna regret Exile's Cavern of Souls. That's what I know so far. Leave the Transformer, it's a bit less valuable. So I can opt to get out of this, but obviously, like, okay. Rather than this than my Power Stone, rather that than the other thing. Okay. They mana drain this, now they can make like 5 mana to Fairy or some other cool things that they can do here, but we'll see if they can use the mana for anything useful. It is a window where they can't just like slam something like Shark Typhoon, but the deck's, at this point the deck's got so many different options, it could be playing anything. I'm gonna play Garenbrig here. I'm gonna try the 1 Power Stone. Might as well pay the highest payoff, just in case they don't have a counter spell. And then, yeah, it's easy to sequence a Mind Stone into something later on. So we did give them 3 mana here. Now they can like slam Shark Typhoon or pretty much anything else in their deck. They're going to channel it into a Victory Time. That is fair enough. But if they do not have any mana to play, we at least get to sink this one ring in and see how that goes. Alright, and we got to Worldbreaker, which is pretty cool. Force Negation, not an MTG Arena yet. I'm just going to keep the cards in my hand, just in case they have some weird thing. I'm just going to respond to that and do this now. I realise that actually they might have something like Narset or something weird. Cosmic's Command, also not a bad one. Just to have kicking about. 3 mana, they're going to Brainstorm again. And then they're going to use a fetch. They've done a couple of Brainstorms, but hey, they're about. You get to pseudo draw a little bit. You get to shuffle some cards away. The old, like, overplayed, like, half cringe phrase was every time you're casting a Brainstorm, you're misplay. Or you're making a misplay. But hey. This is an interesting place to put a stop. Also have a card to hold up. They're thinking on our ring. I don't know if that's like a bounce effect. I think what they could maybe have a 2 mana they want to do now. It could be something like a Snapcaster Mage as well. Could very much be it. Let's draw a couple of cards. If this is a Fairy Mastermind, I'll go nuts. Okay. Not. We're gonna reveal Devourer of Destiny here. Or exile Devourer into this. And then we can World Break now, because of the Castle Garenbrig. So we were gonna target some Hallowed Patterns to exile. New plan, serving you out. Alright, they've all already revealed. That makes sense. They gotta go find some new lands, but we still get to get the old ones. That's what I care about. Also, this way it means I can't resource. Jump about. We got a source of Plowshares. It looks like we got a source of Plowshares. Ooh, Fragment Reality. Okay. Yeah, our lowest cost creature that is 7. So nothing doing there. All right, they're gonna fetch. Because Archive. Sure. My plan for the next couple of turns is probably to just Worldbreaker a little bit more. Things get a little bit worse if they have Narset. Happens. We'll see how things go. Okay. For now, I'm gonna keep casting Worldbreakers. Nah, it's like this. Okay, so next turn we can threaten one of the big Eldrazi. Alright. We know they have that in hand. I mean, what's the last card? Leyline. Uh-oh. Alright, that is Tronless Tron. Some ups, some downs, but overall the deck is like pretty reasonable. It has some like significant weaknesses. Obviously you're playing all these kind of clunky early mana rocks, but you also have some really big strengths. Channel, obviously when you draw its nuts, you get to kind of dig for that a little bit with the Devourer, which is pretty nice. And all your like every hand with Ugin's Labyrinth is pretty powerful. I think maybe we want some more 2-mana rocks, like a couple of copies of Cold Steel Heart, just to shore things up, to make sure you can like kind of play a few of these to get up the mana curve. But at the same time, like the deck is very, very solid and has some very powerful draws. The One Ring is really, really powerful. The other thing is that we don't really have a good way to clear the board. All this just is not on Arena. There isn't a Oblivion Stone, but there are some effects a bit like that. Maybe consider playing those. If you want to be a bit safer, you could play a card package here. Play 3 rings in the main, one on the sideboard, have the 4 copies of Karna Creator, and have like a toolbox of things to get. That's still like a... At the point where you're playing Karn and then doing something else, like it's still a little bit slow. But there's maybe ways we can find to put some more interaction in here. I don't currently like Dismember's like a mythic on Arena. You could play a couple of copies of that if you just want to be a little bit safer against some like the weird decks. But hey, there are options for sure. And also like I'm not convinced like which of these two are better yet. I'm playing both. Like Ulamog being able to exile things immediately makes it really, really good. Ulamog the Defiler is pretty great. You're almost always going to be putting a 7-drop into play, so you'll have something exiled yourself a lot of the time. So it'll be attacking to make your opponent sacrifice 7 permanents a lot. Yeah. And I'm like fairly happy with the mana base. The other one thing you could consider is you could play Prismatic Vista and then have a Waste to fetch here. It's like a very minor, but it means you will always have a colorless source. Kind of similar to why we're playing the Solar Transformer over Cold Steel Heart, because Cold Steel Heart can't tap before colorless by itself. But hey, some stuff to think about. If you've got any ideas, please do let me know in the comments. Other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, subscribe, share it around. All the algorithm stuff helps me out a ton. Makes me want to keep making videos and stuff. Also, I am streaming this over on Twitch. If you want to check out the stream, that'd be cool too. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.